Hey friends, welcome back to the Procrastination Solution Podcast, where we get real about what's holding you back and how to move forward with purpose, clarity, and a solid plan for success. I am your host, Nilo, and I help women just like yourself overcome procrastination for good and achieve your goals. If you listen to my last podcast, you know that I am doing, for the rest of the month of this year, which will be August through December, I am going to be focusing on specific themes each month of the rest of 2025. So for August, we are doing back to structure, but we're doing it right this time. So it's the month where our calendars fill overnight. If kids are involved, their schedules expand and work demands climb, but our needs, sometimes they get shoved to the bottom of the list, right? So this August, we're doing things differently. We're resetting your routines, your energy, and your approach to time management, right? And because time management isn't about squeezing more into your day, it's about shifting the way you think about your day. So today's episode is about this. We're diving into one of the most important things that changed everything for me and my clients. And that is that time management is not about time. It's about our mindset. So I know that we've been, conditioned to believe that time is this, slippery external force. Like me, you may have said things like, there just aren't enough hours in the day, right? Or if I could just get a better planner, or once the kids go back to school, or, I'll have more time this time of the year, or I just need more discipline. The truth is, you don't need more time. You don't even need a better planner. You need a new relationship with time. And that relationship begins with your mind. If this is something that sounds strange or something that's unfamiliar to you, stick with me and I will break it down for you, and I would really love it for you to give it a try. So what time really is time is constant, right? It doesn't change. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. What does change is how you think about time and how you feel in relation to it, right? So if you believe that you're always behind, you're bad at time management, you never get things done, you can't focus or follow through, then guess what? That's not a time problem. That's a mindset problem, okay? And mindset problems lead to mindset behaviors, such as overscheduling ourselves, overestimating. I'm sure you've heard, chewing more than you can swallow, right? Avoiding what really matters, and just focusing on everything, or trying to focus on everything instead of prioritizing. Multitasking without really completing anything, right? Or numbing out and saying, I'll start fresh next Monday, right? So you're simply stuck in a mindset that sees time as an enemy instead of a tool, okay? So here's what time management really requires. I teach my clients that time management is just thought management. You have to manage your thoughts and your mind around time. When you think clean, focused, grounded thoughts about your time, your actions will follow. So let me show you what I mean with a couple of examples here. So when you think there isn't enough time, you feel panicked, right? You feel this anxiety, this anxiousness, this restlessness. And this feeling will lead to actions that are scattered. You start and you stop, and you approach your task in a disorganized way from this feeling of panicked, right? If you think I can do one thing at a time, you feel focused. You feel a little bit of calm return to your body. You begin to prioritize, you complete one task, and then you move on to the next task, right? If you've ever helped, a school-aged student, try to focus and get multiple things done for homework, you know what I mean, right? So imagine you're helping an elementary school child and, he or she has multiple assignments due, not enough time before bedtime, and this child is freaking out, right? And what's the thought she's thinking? What's the thought he's thinking? I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have enough time. I have to go to bed soon. A multitude of thoughts that can lead to just anxiousness and just overall panic, right? What do you say to this child? What do you say, right? We say, okay, let's just take one thing. What's the thing that's due tomorrow, right? Do you have a test on math tomorrow? That's what we're doing, is we're helping them prioritize, right? So we just say, let's take one thing. Or what's your favorite thing? Do you like art? Let's work on art first. Do you like history? Let's work on that first. What you're doing is you're helping this child focus on one thing, and what that does is it helps them calm their nerves, calm their nervous system, so that they're not thinking about all of these things. They're just thinking about one item, one homework assignment, and then you're helping them, walking them through this, right? That's what I'm asking you to do here when it comes to time. And you may not even know that you are sort of in this freak out mode most of the week, right? Especially the busy seasons of the year. But if you stop and ask yourself, what am I feeling? Figure out what is that feeling in your body. If it's frazzled, if it's panicky, if it's anxiety, ask yourself, what are you thinking? What's causing this feeling? That thought, right? That's the thought we need to manage, right? So if you think, I can do one thing at a time, you feel focused, and then you're prioritizing something, and then you complete that thing, then you move on to the next item. If you think even 10 minutes is long enough to make progress, you feel the sense of empowerment and you feel in charge of yourself, right? You start small instead of procrastinating or shying away from your tasks altogether. So managing your time is never about finding extra hours. It's about managing what you believe about the hours that you already have in front of you, right? So let's take a moment together right now to reframe your time mindset. I want you to take just a few deep breaths and ask yourself, so calm your nerves. You can pause and calm yourself and then play again. So calm your body, center yourself, right? And then ask yourself, what do I want to believe about time this month? Or even if you don't want to think this month, just think about today. What do you want to believe about time today? Right? What's one new thought I could practice when I feel overwhelmed or behind? What's one thing I can think? Right? So just a couple of examples for you. If you think thoughts like, I honor my energy by planning with kindness, this really means that you won't overschedule yourself. You won't give yourself time to breathe. You won't not prioritize, right? You'll prioritize. If you think I can show up for myself one block of time at a time, ask yourself, how can you show up for yourself? Maybe you can show up for yourself well rested, hydrated with water, by eating foods that feed your body and your minds properly, instead of running on coffee all day long. I know, I've been there, I've done that. Right? How can you show up for yourself as you fuel yourself to show up for, the tasks that have been entrusted to you, right? If you think time is on my side when I choose to be present, you have to think this thought constantly in order to make a belief out of it. Time is always on your side when you choose to live in the moment and live intentionally and live on purpose. Right? And another thought, I don't need to do it all today. I need to do what matters. This doesn't mean you are procrastinating and not doing the tasks in front of you. This just means that you won't beat yourself up when life happens in the middle of the day and you simply cannot get to everything on your list. This means you will be resourceful enough to divide the tasks, to delegate them, or to delete them altogether if possible, right? So again, you don't need a new planner. You need a new perspective. You need to manage your mind around time. So what I want you to take the most out of this episode is that you can't bully yourself into better time management, right? Don't beat yourself up, all right? You're not bad with time. You haven't managed your mind around time. That's it. Okay, you can get better with time when you manage your mind, when you think proper thoughts, right? Because your actions will follow your thoughts. You can coach yourself into it, right? And get coaching on it from someone who used to struggle with time all the time. So this week, start with this one thing, right? Start with this one thought. I don't need more time. I need to think differently about the time that I have. That's it. Just start with this one thought. I don't need more time. I need to think differently about the time that I have. And if you want support with this work, the thought work, the emotional patterns, the strategic shifts, then come get on a consultation call with me and learn how working one-on-one with a coach is the best way to shift your mindset around time, as well as so many areas of your life, right? So thank you so much for spending your time with me today on this short episode. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the episodes for the month of August. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.